The district of Shoreditch falls under the London Borough of Hackney in London's East End. The most plausible story derives the name from the Old English term Soersditch, which means Soersditch. Old Spitalfields Market dates back to 1638. It sells anything from fresh fruit and furniture to pastries and antiques. Shoreditch is without a doubt a treasured part of London, well known for art, culture, fashion and food, and prides itself on creativity and quirkiness. As one mural states, the melting pot is boiling over. The area known as the Silicon Roundabout, essentially Old Street, is emerging as the third largest technology startup cluster after San Francisco and New York City. Google, Amazon and Cisco have all set up shop round there. You'll be lucky to find a one-bedroom place for anything less than £500,000. For a long time, the focal point of Shoreditch was its church. St Leonard's is referenced in the traditional English nursery rhyme, Oranges and Lemons. The boundary estate of 1900 sits on the district boundary as the oldest council estate in London. The soil from its foundations form the circular centrepiece mound that is Arnold Circus, which it loops itself around. The circus is topped off with a community garden and bandstand. Brick Lane is a rainbow of colour and diversity, idyllic for foodies and shopaholics. It is the heart of the city's Bangladeshi community and is named this way because it was rich in clay and earth deposits, which became very useful for creating bricks and tiles to rebuild areas after the Great Fire. Brick Lane used to sell goats, snakes, monkeys and lion cubs until the RSPCA stepped in to close it down in the 80s. After thousands of complaints were made. You'll find vintage clothes, unique furniture and exotic food, and there are over 50 curry restaurants to choose from on Brick Lane itself. A failed campaign in 2006 tried to get the Aldgate East tube station renamed as Brick Lane to improve tourist trade before the 2012 Olympics. Network Rail has gifted this land to the nomadic community gardens for showcasing sculptures, paintings, weird structures, beekeeping, clothing and growing stuff. It manages to forge urban beauty from random materials and discarded junk, all laced in spray paint. Speaking of spray paint, Shoreditch is the place for London's street art and is used as the main reference point for areas becoming more and more littered with graffiti, stickers, murals and event posters.
Welcome to London District!
Spray painters tag just about everything in sight. Their designs are mostly complex, requiring advanced skill to pull off. Masterpieces don't last long though. Once he finished this piece, it was replaced the very next day. The 24/7 Bagel bake shop is probably the most famous shop on the world famous Brick Lane. They make thousands of salt beef bagels a day, baked from scratch, in-house. This flower market populates Columbia Road every Sunday between 8 and 3 p.m, come rain or shine. It's a great place for flowers, but the world and his wife know about it. It gets extremely busy, especially on sunny days, when crowd levels feel like the Notting Hill Carnival, so I arrive either very early or towards the end to walk around more easily. Shoreditch is the birthplace of English theatre in two forms. Shakespeare's original playhouse, the Curtain Theatre of 1577, was rediscovered in 2012 through excavation. The recovered remains will be housed in a large multi-purpose development called The Stage, once completed in 2021. The first playhouse in England was rightfully just called The Theatre. It was dismantled and reassembled on the Bankside in Southwark as the Globe Theatre.